Welcome everybody to the Hazel and Mia podcast and our end of the week relax and enjoy session. That's what we're going to call it today. What we really want to talk about, there you go.
Breathe in and let it all out.
Excellent. Because what we want to talk about is what happens. Do we need to let go of those old habits that we have stuck with and felt like this was how we needed to live our lives and everything like that? Because everything is changing.
It is.
And
if you see a black thing crossing the screen, I've got a wasp in you.
Oh.
I'm not getting out because I'm petrified.
Oh, get out of the grass. You need to get out of the grass, okay?
Next week. Oh, well, not next week. Maybe the week after I will.
You know, the crazy thing is that I literally think back to when I was a child and the set of habits that your parents had.
Yeah.
You kind of absorbed them, but they weren't so overwhelming because your parents either had jobs and they went to work at 9 o'clock and got off at 5 o'clock, and then they came home and it was their time to decompress and either watch the evening news or have dinner with the family and just focus on breathing and enjoying the time that was around them. And then my generation came along and we wanted to be better than our parents were. And we had to prove how good we were at doing a specific job. And we focused on that job hard. And we put in extra hours. And we had children, and then we put them in after-school programs so they were busy while you were working late and things like that. And then when you got home, it was time for everybody to go to bed. And that's when you took some time to decompress for the evening before you fell asleep.
Yeah.
And the next generation tried to do us one better. They wanted to change things, and they had the constant distraction going on. Every minute of their day, they had to be entertained. They were on their phone, and there was endless notifications and scrolling through the phone and watching video, creating content. And it replaced that period of time where you had uninterrupted attention.
Yes. Yeah.
And by that, I really mean focusing on yourself, giving yourself some attention. And today,
question for our viewers. When was the last time you done something nice for you? I mean, something like going to the hairdressers, getting your nails done, meeting a friend for coffee. There are so many things that we take for granted because when we think, can we afford to spend that money? 2, we think, have we got the time? 3, we forget about us. And that's the biggest thing. What we need to remember is without us, our family haven't got no dynamic. Because we are the little, I call us the big fish. And the children, the grandchildren, they are all under you. So they are the little fish. So if the big fish is worn out, The little fish wouldn't have no direction because they wouldn't know what to do.
And remember, they are modeling themselves after you.
Yes.
Now, I can tell you that, yeah, right now, people don't have money, that extra money to spend on doing something special for themselves. But what we did when we were little is we all sat around and painted our nails ourselves.
Yeah.
Or your friend painted your nails, and then it was your turn to do something for her.
Yeah.
That was the me time that we got.
Yeah. And even girls and even the men have a pizza party. Somebody bring the pizza for a couple of dollars. Somebody else bring the garlic bread. Somebody else bring the soda. You've got a really cheap night, but lots of relaxation and grown-up talk.
That's it. That's the thing. Our younger adults have gotten away from maybe having friends over the house for game night and watching a special game on TV, and this one brings beer and this one brings crackers and cheese and stuff like that. So it's really not so expensive, but the time you take away from all of the other distractions that are going on in the world, all of the videos that are out today, and watching about rumors that are being spread, because everybody's got an entertainment channel now or a podcast now that knows everything that's going on in the celebrity world, or just things to keep you entertained and distracted. That's what it is, just a distraction, because these people don't know what's going on inside somebody's home. They're only speculating, and they make it so dramatic that it's entertaining for you.
And that's the other thing. Celebrities might look happy, but do you want to be able to go out without people watching you, without people glaring at you, without realizing your trousers are a bit short or left veg on your plate? Because that's the massive difference between us and celebrities.
Absolutely. And suspecting about what's going on in your intimacy life.
Yeah.
Who this one's dating, and when did they break up? And oh my gosh, the divorce is coming. You just mark my words. It's all to turn your attention away from what's going on inside yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't need the constant entertainment. So long ago, all of the things that were happening in Hollywood was only the glamorous things were being put out.
Yeah.
And many years down the road, you found out things about those famous actors that you love to watch that were kind of tawdry.
Yeah.
But you enjoyed watching them in the movies and not knowing so much about their personal life. Because the fact of the matter is, they were playing a role, and that role entertained you, but they were also human beings, and they made mistakes. They had problems, and they were just humans.
Do you know what, guys? I spend a lot of time floating through TikTok, looking at what's going on. Females are the worst. We feel we have to achieve something better. The amount of females that put filters on so they look younger, their teeth look perfect, they look like they got makeup on. I could tell you now, when I go live on TikTok, this is what you see. Because for me, I'm real. I don't have to make myself skinnier. I don't have to put makeup on or wear a filter. But you know why? Because I'm happy with who I am. I'm real.
That's
That's
it.
what it's about. It's about accepting ourselves. We are never going to be celebrities. We can't live the celebrity lifestyle, but we've got a life that's ours that we can do whatever we want to in because there's nobody taking photos at the end of your driveway. And that's
And,
where we are lucky.
and literally, what you're doing is building an unrealistic world for yourself. When you
Yeah.
compare yourself to the influencer who's telling you the news while she's putting on her makeup and making it seem so easy that she can multitask and do these things, when they're a teenager or they're a young 20-year-old and they really do not have any life experience of their own. So they are dramatizing the information that's in the news. That is a distraction for you because then that makes you think, well, if they can do it, why can't I do it?
Yeah.
And when you are not able to achieve what they've been putting out to you, it makes you feel like a failure.
And we're not failures. That's the thing to remember. Like, you've seen me sometimes. My hair's out here. I've perhaps tipped coffee down my top. But that's the reality. That's the reality of being a mum. And especially when I've had the baby, when I've got chocolate smeared all over my face, or I got boogers wiped in my top.
Thanks for the visual, Hazel.
But it's true. It's true. That's the thing. There's no point of me saying, oh, if he's wiped his hands in me, I'll go and change. No, I'm not. Because for one, I haven't got time. And for two, I'm making more work for myself.
That's it. You're overwhelming yourself for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the thing is that people were used to also defining themselves by one identity. And like they would say, oh, I'm a mother, or I'm an accountant, I'm a marketer, I'm not technical. But things are changing really fast. And you will be more open to learning different things if you don't pigeonhole yourself into one box. You know, try, I'm a problem solver and I keep learning. And imagine all of the things that will open up to you. Hey, I didn't know how I could design a website until I learned how to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's like me with TikTok. I've been doing live podcasts for God knows how long, years and years. Going on TikTok, I was so nervous and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to pretend I'm talking to myself. And it's fine. Somebody will come in and make a nasty joke about, do you need Monjaro or do you need a diet? And I'm like, no, because this have cost me millions of pounds to look like this. You know, I throw it back at them because I am who I am. And that's the thing.
And I can tell you right now, if you sit down and take 5 minutes and ask yourself some questions such as, what really makes me happy?
Yeah.
Who really makes me happy?
Yeah.
And you be honest with yourself. The feedback that you give to yourself will be the greatest feedback that is ever available.
You could even, now here's an idea for you because everybody is all up in the air with the energies at the moment. Yes, they're crazy. I will say that.
Yes.
Write something on the back of your calendar now or in a book. Your 5 questions. Go back in a month's time and ask yourself the same 5 questions. I bet your answers will have changed.
Yeah, and another thing that you need to stop ignoring is your physical health. because everybody had that excuse that life is too busy. There's so much crazy stuff going on right now. I don't have time to focus on my health. Well, you know what? If you don't take some time to focus on your physical health, your cognitive health, all of those things are going to lead you down a dark path. It's not going to take too much time to say, oh, wow, I had a sharp pain in my side today. I wonder what could have been causing that. Maybe I need to eat more greens or pay closer attention to this. How often is this happening? Your health is a very important part of you growing in life, because literally when you're not feeling well, you're not able to actually learn the things that you need to learn.
Well, this is an example for you guys. I was with two friends yesterday, both really slim, both eat really, really well, both really active. So we were all sat there. We tried the heartbeat and the pulse and the oxygen. Everything was high with them, apart from the oxygen that was low. We done mine and I was perfectly fine. So it's weird how things work. So even if you're healthy and you don't feel well, get it checked out.
Absolutely. We know of a young family. The father in the family was very strong, very active. He was a animal specialist, and he liked to volunteer his time in different countries to work with the environment and help the animals and things like this. And they had two small children in the family, and his wife was a therapist, and he cut himself before he went away to do some volunteer work. And he was in a third world country, and he developed an infection. And we're hoping for a great outcome for this, but it really has taken the toll on his body.
Yeah.
And those things can happen to anyone. No matter how physically healthy you are, no matter how mentally healthy you are, something like that comes along and just knocks you off your feet.
But then when you look at it, you've got athletes, you've got famous football players. When they're playing a match or when they're doing a competition, they've dropped down dead of a heart attack.
Yes.
Nobody knows what's around the corner. And I always say, live for today, because we never know when it's going to be our last one.
None of us do. And so it's not promised to anyone. So you have to be happy with where you are now.
Yeah.
We have to be able to change our habits much quicker than what we did before.
Yeah.
A lot of us hold very strong opinions about things that were happening when we were growing up, and it's not the same anymore. Things are passing by so quickly.
Yeah.
It's like you're in a car and the speed just keeps picking up. You have to learn to replace, I need to be right about this because this is how it was years ago, to say, I need to learn more.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
definitely.
there is nothing that can replace the time that you have right now.
And we are the only ones that can make that changes.
Exactly. And stop thinking that, oh, I did so much work today. I was so productive, but I'm exhausted now. Just because you have a busy day, you have to stop equating productivity with exhaustion. Oh, I'm exhausted, so I must have done a lot of work. You're overwhelming yourself with a thought that keeps growing, and other distractions are adding to that, and that's what's causing the exhaustion.
Yeah.
And you're comparing yourself to other people continuously. This is something that we were talking about, the TikTokers out there who want to be a top influencer. But where are they getting this experience and this advice from? Are they making up much of the information that they're spewing out so that they can get more viewers, they can have more followers? But are you following a lie?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it valuable to you to follow a lie?
And I'm one of these, perhaps it's my age because I'm older. I've got a massive issue with the younger people saying you need to look like this. You need to be a size 8. You need to wear makeup. And I'm like, let kids be kids.
Okay, exactly.
Let them find out these things for themselves.
Exactly. We have to stop neglecting real relationships.
Yeah.
We are worshiping the people on our social media platforms.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, these are people you don't know. They're real lives. And the real relationships, exactly, are the ones that are in your heart, the ones who have been there through thick and thin, the ones that you've had problems with, but you work through them. Those are the real relationships.
We all argue with people that's close to us. I argue with my kids. I argue with my friend. But do you know what? Only once or twice I think me and my friend have argued. But me and the kids clash constantly because they are young men now. And my youngest one will say, just go and have a coffee and shut up. And my oldest one will say, I'll phone you back later. But that's part and parcel of learning relationships.
It is. Stop avoiding discomfort. Okay? I mean, so you get mad at your closest friend. You face it head on.
Yeah.
It may be uncomfortable, but if you don't face it and it grows, then you're going to start avoiding meeting that person again, seeing that person again, and having the hard conversations with that person. Getting through that hard conversation with someone that you've had a real relationship with is like lifting a weight off your shoulders.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now, go ahead.
That's a massive issue these days. People would rather turn their back and walk away from an issue than stand there and sort it out.
And now we know that AI and technology can handle the small stuff for us, but we can never get human trust and genuine connection from AI or technology.
AI is a pain in my bum because everything is about AI now. It really is.
And I understand why it's a pain, but it's not going to go away.
No.
And so you have to use it in a way that's effective for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't let it take over your life. Keep those real relationships. Build that human connection with your real relationships. And let AI do the mundane, stupid stuff so that you have more time.
I've never entertained AI because for me, if I'm typing out a reading, I want it to be unique. I want it to be genuine. I don't want it to be all these long words that some people can't get their heads around.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing with AI, guys. AI is being used in the wrong way. Kids are using AI to do homework, to do uni work. That's not going to be any help to you in the long run.
Well, this has been a problem for a long time because I can tell you that when they introduced calculators into school, that was a huge problem because we were taught you figure it out in your head. You write it down, write it out. And it worked for us. We were able to figure a situation out, solve the problem in our head, and then say, this is the answer. And then calculators were introduced, and students got so used to just putting the numbers in the calculator and letting it compute it for it that they were not able to figure out on their own how much change to give back to someone when they purchase something.
Even now when I'm in the shop, you can see I'm trying to work it out. And I'm like, £3.49 change. And they're like, what? Oh my God.
But this is...
tell you what change you got to give anyway.
Okay. But this is the world we're living in now. Everything is moving very fast. And you have to open your mind up to say, okay, what can I let technology take care of for me so that I can focus on the things that are actually important to me?
Yeah.
You know, you cannot leave technology to raise your child.
No.
That is not going to help the child in any way, and it makes them less empathetic, less able to deal with life situations.
Yeah.
So you're doing them disjustice.
How many of us, when we were younger, fell over, you cut your knee, whoever was with you would go, better now. But now, if they fall over, it's like the world have come to an end.
Oh my gosh. I don't want them to have a scar.
But you know what? We've been through more than that, and we haven't got scars.
Well, when we were growing up, the more scars you had, the more battles you had fought. And it was the exciting part of living, being a child. Yeah. So there are a lot of things that are moving fast, and these are habits that we've grown up with, we've lived most of our adults' lives with, but now we have to change our habits, and it's good to change habits.
Yeah, it is.
You will find that it will give you more energy to be able to open up and say, oh, okay, that's something new that I've just learned. It's not going to harm me to say, well, I want to learn some more. It's going to help going forward in the future to be able to teach your children how to change their habits quickly.
Yeah.
Because in 2030, 2040, maybe everything we have today is going to be completely different. Yeah. How will they adapt to this situation?
Look at it now. You've got robots doing medical operations.
Yes.
That's how much things have come forward.
You've got robots driving cars.
Yeah. Whoever thought there'd be such a thing as an electric car?
Okay.
And that's how much things are evolving.
And literally, how much fun did you have learning to drive yourself? How proud were you of getting your driver's license? Will that be something that will change in the future? This won't be a skill that kids will be interested in learning? because they'll just be able to call a car to pick them up.
Yeah. And that's the scary thing, how things are evolving, but what knock-on effect they have for the future generations.
You know, a lot of people have great ideas, but they don't always think through the consequences.
No, definitely not.
And maybe that's how we went from the horse and the buggy to the four-wheel drive vehicles.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Life is going to change, and either we are open to changing or we are going to have them build buildings around us because we're going to stand our ground. It's not growing when you don't open your mind up to the future.
Yeah. And that's what it's about. It's about knowing what you want, putting your boundaries in place, and doing what you feel is right as a person. You don't have to follow anybody else. You're not in a herd of sheep. You are your own individual person.
Exactly. So we hope that you have enjoyed this episode of the Hazel and Mia podcast. Please feel free to leave us a comment, ask us a question, share our videos, like and subscribe, and come back and join us again next week.
Definitely.
I'm going to preface that by saying next week we may not be here, but on our next episode, please come back and join us.
Definitely, guys.
Thank you so much and have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Bye.